The domestic corn and soybean stocks outlook remains largely unchanged according to the monthly World Agricultural Supply and Demand estimates. Michigan Ag Commodities marketing specialist Ken Lake says the report's impact on the markets was limited.
So the real key in the whole report is U.S. soybean carryout, soybeans, China, and what they're doing with purchases, particularly in soybeans, are going to be key going forward, and probably the key to where the other markets go in the next 3 months or so. The analysts were expecting USDA to cut the soybean carryout to about 117. They didn't do that, and most analysts think we still have to cut that a little bit. But at the end of the day, there was no change in the U.S. numbers. We're only slightly changed in the South American numbers, so we're keying in on U.S. and South America. The Argentine soybean number came down a little bit, and the Brazilian number came up a little bit. And the key there is Brazilian soybeans. Currently, USDA has them at 134 million metric tons, and that's really right about where the average trade guess is. And then when you take the world as a whole, the corn supply went up a little bit, bean supply went up a little bit. Wheat come down a little bit due to Chinese wheat feeding, but all in all, it was a pretty benign report. Market reaction initially was a little negative. I think we had corn and beans down about 10 cents that day. And by the end of the day, we were back into positive territory.
The other story the markets are watching is a new strain of African swine fever found in Chinese pig farms.
So there's been a new outbreak, and some say that it's because there was a vaccine developed based on a DNA product that they produced that actually caused a variant of ASF. So there's an outbreak there. We don't know how bad it is yet. You don't get any good information out of China, but African swine fever coming out of China in the next few weeks is a story to watch. One would expect that with the research they've already been able to do in ASF, that this outbreak could probably be stemmed quicker than the last one. And what they've done since the last outbreak is move significant amount of their hog production off rural farms into a more government regulated farm, and I would expect them to be able to get this under control maybe a little faster than they did before.